Assalamu alaikum. My name is Makhlid Saudi. My major is occupational health and safety. Today we'll talk about electrical safety. The introduction: an average of on worker is electric tube on the job every day. There are four main types of electrical injuries: the electrocution, death due to electrical shock, electrical shock, burns and falls. Electrical terminology: the current, the movement of electrical charge, resistant, obstructions to current flow, the voltage, measures of electrical force, conductors, substances such as metals that have little resistance to electricity, insulators, substances such as wood and rubber, glass, and backlit that have high resistance to electricity. Guarding at a conductive connection to the air. Connective connection to the earth, which act as protective measures. Electrical shock received when current pieces drop the body. Severity of the shock depends on path of the current drop the body, amount of the current flowing through the body, length of time the body is in the circuit. Low voltage does not mean low hazard.
My name is Zair Fallat. My major is occupational health and safety. Today I want to talk about dangerous electric shock. Currents greater than 75 milliampere can cause ventricular fibrillation, rapid infect, heartbeat will cause death in a few minutes unless abruptly used. 75 milliampere is not much current. A small power drill used 30 times as much. How is an electric shock researched? When two wires have different different faulty current will flow if they are connected together. In most household warning, the black wires are at 110 volts retail to ground. The white wires are at 0 volts because they are connected to ground. If you come into contact with an energized live black wire and you are also in contact with the white grounded wire, current will pass through your body and you will receive a shock. How is an electric shock received? If you are in contact with an energized wire or any energized electric combined and also with any grounded object, you will receive shock. You can even receive a shock when you are not in contact with the ground. If you contact both worth of 240 volt cable, you will receive a shock and possible be electric.
My name is Brian Sakdawi. My major is occupational health and safety. Then we talk about electrical boards. Most common shock related non-vital injury occurs when you touch electrical wiring or equipment that is improperly used or maintained. Typically occurs on the hands. Very serious injury that needs immediate attention. Fourth, electrical shock can also cause indirect or secondary injuries. Workers in elevated locations who experience a shock can fall, resulting in serious injury or death. In the quiet warning hazards, a hazard exists when a conductor is too small to safely carry the current. Example, using a portable tool within extension cord that has a wire too small for the tool. The tool will draw more current than the cord can handle, causing overheating and possible fire without tripping the circuit breaker. The circuit breaker could be the right size for the circuit, but not for the smaller wire extension cord. Thank you.
My name is Mohammed Khuzai. My major, health and safety. Overload hazard. If too many devices are plugged into a circuit, the account will hit the visit to a very high temperature which my cause of fire. If the wire insulation melts, arcing may occur and sets a fire in the area where the overload exists. Then inside a well. Electrical protective device. These devices short of electricity flow in the vent of a very load or ground fault in the circuit.
Ground fault circuit. Circuit interrupters.
Interrupted fuse circuit breakers and ground fault circuit interrupted
Interrupters.
GF
CIs.
CIs
GFCI.
GFCIs
Very good.
Fuse and circuit breakers are over current
Correct.
correct devices when there is too much current. Fuse melt. Circuit breaker trip open. Ground volt circuit
Circuit.
interrupter.
Interrupter.
This gives device protects you from dangerous shock. The GFCI detects a difference in current
Exactly.
between the black and white circuit wires. This could happen when electrical component is not working correctly, shock
Causing
causing
current.
current leaking. Cow now
No.
as a ground fault. If a ground fault is detected,
Detected.
yeah,
Good. Keep going.
the GFCI can't short of electrical city flow in as little as of 1/40 of second
Protecting you.
protecting you for a dangerous shock.
Thank you.
My name is Ayman Pakistani. My major occupational health and safety, guarding hazards. Some of the most frequently faulted OHS or SHA standards. Melt parts of an electrical wiring system that we call switch plugs, calling light, ceiling light, fixtures, conduit should be at 0 volt, relief to ground. Housing of motors, applications or appliance or tools that are plugged into improperly grounded circuits might become energized if you come into contact with an improperly grounded electrical device. You will be shocked. Overhead power line hazards. Most people don't realize that overhead power lines are usually not isolated. Power lines workers need special training and personal